Greetings, this is Oliver from Sporting Cubed, and welcome back to my Road to Sub-45 series, where I document my progress as I try to become Sub-45 on the Megaminx. Today, I am going to switch things up a bit. In addition to the solves that I usually put in the video, I will also be doing an example solve. In it, I will go through my thought process and go over the various solutions that I am doing. I hope that this will not only be helpful for me in seeing how my solving process changes as I get faster, but also for you to see the kind of solutions that I'm using and improve in your own solves. Over the past few weeks, I spent a lot of time doing slow solves in order to improve my efficiency, and I must say I have seen a lot of improvements. My average of 100 is consistently in the 46 range, and I can tell that my star and F12 solutions are much more efficient. I am getting a lot more sub-45 solves, so I am certainly very close to reaching my goal. What's really nice is that since I've been doing a lot of solves, I have been able to get new and efficient solutions into my muscle memory. For example, I can easily remember F12 or S12 solutions I discovered just a few weeks ago. In each instance, this probably only saves a few quarters of a second, but through the course of the entire solve, this can really add up. In terms of things that I can work on, I would like to improve my consistency when looking ahead. If you look at some of the solves here, I am able to turn decently fast without pausing. Whenever I have a pause in my look ahead, I sometimes get thrown off and my solving gets slower by a couple of seconds. One interesting thing is that my solves seem to depend a lot on F2L. I find that when comparing my bad solves to my good solves, the bad solves tend to have pauses within F2L. This, I will say though, is to a lesser extent in S2L. I believe that this is because as I solve more and more of the cube in S2L, it becomes easier to look ahead because there are less places that the pieces can be in. Overall, this just comes down to improving my look ahead. In the next few weeks, I will be doing some slow turning solves to practice tracking pieces while I'm solving others. This will help, I hope will help my look ahead. Another thing that might help is trying to predict the location of my first pair during inspection, since I normally just predict my first 4, or sometimes all of my star pieces. That is all I have to say, and without further ado, let's get into the example solve. So I'm gonna start by looking for the pieces for my star. I see that the one for purple is already solved, red is right here, green, yellow, and blue is over there. Lately I've been trying to do a lot more like focusing on setups in the star because you know, as some of you might know, I use Rue and I'm not as familiar with the star because I don't use CFOP. So just trying to get into these things, but I definitely think what I can do is I can move this purple over to here, while solving the red, I can set up this green white edge into here, and then that won't be too bad with the blue, because that could just go right here, and then yellow I could just solve after that I solve those. Okay, and so that will look like this. Move that over, and now these are set up, and now I can align these, and this was already, now it's about to be solved, so I can do that. And just because I'm here, my first instinct is to look up here, and I see these two, so I'll go right into those, insert it into the back, and while doing that, I saw this piece red, green, and white, and the edge is right here, so I can do that, and now like that, pair it up like that, and insert into the back. And while doing that, I saw this right here, and its corresponding corners right here, so I'll do that. And while doing that, I also saw that the edge was right here, and when I wanted to insert this, I saw the corners right here, so I'll do that. I know that the corners over here, I'll rotate, and I see that the edge is right here. And also one thing is, when I was over here, I had previously been over here on this side, and I never saw the white or the blue and yellow edge, so I knew that it had to be over here. So that's why I knew as soon as I got to over here, I can immediately look over here and I see it's right there. So to solve the pair, I'll move this over like that, and now I can just pair it up like that and insert. And while doing that, I was looking for cause I do the yellow star next, and this is one of my pieces. I'll definitely try to preserve this, so I'll just something like that, do something like that, and the orange yellow edge is right there. I can insert this pair, and this is also not too hard to solve because I know since these are opposite colors, I can do something like that and pair it up like that. Insert. And now lately I have been trying to do a little bit of block building when the opportunity presents itself. I don't think it doesn't really happen to me as often in F12, but in S12 I do see that a lot. So I'm trying to solve the blue star now, and this block is already here and the corresponding edge is right here. So this is not that hard of a case. I'll move that over like that, and my edge is right here and my corner is right there. And this is something that I also found through some like slow solves like that. The rotation may not be the best thing, but I think it works for me at least. And then I'll solve the red star and corner right here and edge right here, and I'll do that to form the pair. And then here's another thing that I also got through slow solving, just also because of the weird different sides from the dodecahedron, just utilizing like all these different layers to, instead of just like, for example, just not moving this corner over to this side and try to solve it how I would like in F12 or 3x3, but I can just bring that up here and move the slot up and do that. So now just last side, I see this and I'll try to preserve it because that's usually what I go for. And now green's in. Pretty simple case right here. And then here, pretty good solution for this case. I see that these colors are matching, so I can do that. And now just the last pair. And this is just, so I did get a skip there. I definitely recommend learning for look last layer. And so the first step would have been to solve the star on top, but that's already solved. And it's just assume J-perm, and that is it for today's video. If you have any video recommendations or tips for my journey, please leave them in the comments down below. If you enjoyed content like this, please like and subscribe and click the bell icon to be notified whenever we upload. We have a lot of exciting content coming up soon, so it's definitely worth sticking around for that. See ya!